Hello everybody, in this video I'll be unboxing, testing and connecting the Breville Air Purifier with the Android app, the Breville Home. So let's get started. So in the box we've got the instructions. Now we've got here a sticker that says to remove the filter packaging before use. So let's do that first. The filter is actually at the very bottom of the unit. You need to unscrew this knob, pull out the cover, and here we go, that's the filter. So as you can see, the filter is packaged in some plastic. You just need to remove the plastic, and that's the filter. Once you've removed the plastic, just reinsert it the same way. You can't really go wrong. And then put the cover back on. Once you've got the cover back on, you just use the knob to screw it back in. Just make sure it's firm. There you go. Now what we're going to do is connect it to a power point. You'll need to remove this label that is at the top of the unit. The reason for that is the actual power button is located underneath this, so you won't be able to turn on the unit without removing this label. So gently peel it off, and there you go. That's the power button. So these power buttons don't have a physical way of knowing whether it's pressed down or not. You will only be able to test it when the unit's on. So here we go, the unit's turned on. So we'll go through some of the buttons that are located on the unit. I'm going to go through each of the buttons that are on top of the Breville Purifier. So the first one is the Microbe Shield and Night button. So this button has two functions. The first one is to start the Microbe Shield function, which is a shortwave live, which is specifically designed to target bacteria and viruses. When you have that function on, you'll see that there's that shield icon on next to the Wi-Fi icon. That's how you know when that function's turned on. So if you press it again, you will switch it to the night function, and that basically dims the lights, and there is no lights that will be eliminated, and also the unit will be a lot quieter, and obviously you use that function at night. The next button is the Wi-Fi button. You will notice that the Wi-Fi icon at the top will be flashing, which means it hasn't been set up. So in order to set this up, I've created a separate clip at the end of this video, so make sure you watch till the end. Following that button is the speed button. So there are actually 4 speeds. You've got the low speed, medium speed, high speed, and turbo speed. Obviously, the higher the speed, the more power it uses, and also more airflow will be coming out of the unit, and it will purify the air quicker. There is also the 4th button, which is the auto button. What it does, it auto senses whether it needs to purify the air quicker based on some calculations in the unit. So it detects how much PM 2.5 is in the area, and accordingly it will change the speeds based on that. Finally, the last button is the timer. So there are 3 timer settings. So it's 2 hours, 4 hours, and 12 hours. So you can choose one of those. And obviously there is the power button. I'm going to test some of the functions. So I'm going to try the first one, which is auto. So auto basically sets the speed to correspond to the air quality. The blue light, the ring, is blue, which means the quality is good, and that corresponds to the value of the PM 2.5. So you have orange and also red, which is bad. Now the Night mode is if you press that, you see the night light and then the light will go off. I'll show you how to use that function later on. So the Wi-Fi will keep flashing, and this is the speed, medium speed. When you press that, the auto function is disabled. This is the high speed, and this is the turbo speed. The turbo speed is the loudest, as you can hear. What I'll do is I'll use a piece of paper and put it on top of the air vents to show you how much power or how much air is blowing. Let me set it to low. It's a good test to see how fast the fan's spinning and how much it's spinning as well. So this is low speed, medium speed, so it's a lot better. The paper is spinning a bit quicker. Let me try it on high speed. It's just got caught on the edge, so let me put it back in the middle. Yeah, which is pretty good. You can also hear it as well, it's quite powerful. And turbo speed, which is the highest speed, is the most powerful. You can really hear that. See the paper spinning quicker. So let me set it to auto, and auto by default is, I think, is the best option. Now I'm going to show you how to set up the unit and connect it to the Wi-Fi. So you got to go to Google Play, search for Breville Home Connect and install that app. Give it a while and let it download and install it. There is an equivalent version for those users that are on iOS. I just let that run, and then once that's done, just tap on open to open the app, and we'll configure the Breville Air Purifier. Just got to make sure that the Breville Air Purifier is close to the Wi-Fi router. Obviously, if there's no Wi-Fi connectivity at the location where you're putting the unit, you won't be able to control it. The app has finished installing, so tap on open, and this will open the Breville Home Connect app. Just accept the agreements. Now you gotta sign up and set up an account. So I'm just gonna go through and put all my details. Enter the verification code, set the password, and then tap done when you're finished. These settings, I don't want to send any information, any data analysis or personalization. Just tap on go to app. So once the app is loaded, we've got to add the device. So tap on the plus and add device. You just got to make sure you have all your location and Bluetooth settings turned on. Okay, here we go. It detected something, so you got to put in the Wi-Fi password. So I'm just going to put in the Wi-Fi password, and this will connect the air purifier to the Wi-Fi network. Confirm that the indicator is blinking. So that's the indicator on the top of the unit that is flashing. Just confirm that that's blinking, and by default it should be blinking anyway. You see now that you have the next button that you can tap. So you tap on that and just confirm that it is blinking, and now it's added the device. Once it's done, you will add the device to the list, and now you have full control. You should see a tick, and that means it's all good. So let's control the unit. All the functions that you have on the actual unit, you have through the app as well. So this is when the unit is running. So you can see that the air quality is good. The value is around 2. It also shows you the rough location, the weather, the outside air, which is probably getting from some stats from the internet, and the indoor, and it just graphs that. Show you how much filter time you have remaining as well, and roughly you just need to clean the filter every 6 months, or you can use a pressure hose gun to clean it. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy them from. So these are the setting functions. Pretty much everything you've got on the unit you've got on the app as well. You can turn off the unit and turn it on using the app as well. You can change the mode through the app as well. So at the moment it's set to auto. The fan speeds, you've got those 4 settings. So at the moment it's set to turbo. You can see that the spinning circles is going faster. Now it's set to low. And you will also see that the shield logo is on, which means that the Microbe Shield is on. Now I'm going to show you the sequence when the unit boots up and starts up. So initially the light is blue and the value reading is 0. Now this changes during the boot up process. I'm not sure why, but it will suddenly change to red, 105. Then it'll drop to orange, 68, and then back to blue, and the value is 5. So this seems to be the boot up sequence when you actually disconnect the power and reconnect it and turn it back on. So it must be something that it does normally, and you'll see that the Wi-Fi connection is solid. I'll show you the night setting. So you'll see the night icon flashing, and then it will switch off. It's still running and it's just in night mode. As you can see, if I change the speed, it turns back on. So once again, you just tap on the Microbe Shield night button once, the icon will start flashing, and then it will go to the night mode. Now if this video helped you in any way, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel.